Welcome back. Path 7, Captain's log, Still at it with the fuck shits, man. Just appreciative of being alive in this bitch, bro. Like, work has been fucking work, bro. I know everybody's out here. Like, look at my face, bro. I look stressed. Hair, everything. I'm getting all my shit back tomorrow, bro. I was like, but, Jupiter and Aries, bro. I'm pretty sure you're feeling this fiery new. I don't know what to call it. It's like it's a weird expansion. It's like expanding into a brand new world. So a lot of people feel like their worlds are ending. It is because you're coming to a new perspective of what's going on and what's going on in life. So, you just gotta always understand it. Just like you're never going to be the same, bruh. And the more you attach to this old, I gotta be this, I gotta be that, you're more you're going to struggle with this new ascension. Like this new ascension is about dropping everything and just going, bruh. Just like fuck it, like 10 toes down, my balls deep, just like I'm just in this bitch. Like fuck it, like I got some real shit going on that I'm not gonna talk about that I want to, but like, bruh, life is fucking good. Minus all the like, I want to say just the projections because they're getting stronger. People are showing how much more insecure they are. They're acting like little fucking children. Like we're finding out that adults are still fucking children. People are doing like weird little bogus shit. Like people are being bogus, and it's just like, bruh, the more sincerely you can be yourself, the more you will thrive in this hate and this. It's just like a think take. Like it's just like let me say this. I'm somebody who's going from like actually working in a just driving a car by myself to being like with so many people and just like in a building full of like people who are insecure about themselves. They're hiding things. With me, it's like I can't hide anything because it's all there. If you want to like question my sexuality, question whatever, go ahead, bro. Like I'm not going to answer you about it, but you can do whatever you want. Like nigga, I don't care. Like I'm me, authentically me, and that's the problem. Like people can't be authentically themselves because like as I'm still like here doing this video, I'm still like fucking flies and shit because you're the light. But when you are the light, flies come to you, and it's just like people want you to like. That's why it's so important to ground during these times, be earthing and doing the things that like people aren't like willing to do. And it's just like you have to understand, bro. Like these people are so having such an outer body experience that they're not able to like actually grasp. And for the people who like don't have crystals, this is the time to have crystals. You need to like actually defend yourself. Like, bruh, this shit is like there is no like there's so many portals being opened that aren't secure, and people are like talking to people. They're thinking they're talking to me, bruh. It's like I'm dealing with all the interference. Like we're ending the dark night of the soul, and we're coming out as new people, and a lot of people are still holding on to their old. It's like you're still holding on to a dying body. It's like you have to let the body go. Like that spirit that you once dwelled within, you have to let that shit go, unless you're going to constantly be stuck in this pace where you're not going to go anywhere. It's like driving a car with no gas. Like, and it's like the same thing with me. Like people want me to start completely over, but I'm like, fuck that. Like I've done too much work in my all my lives to do that, to go backwards. So like I'm just standing on myself and just like being authentic in what and who I am and what I offer. So like what people are like trying to figure out about me is like, who am I? It's like I'm not anybody. I'm everybody and anything at once. So like as these cars are like driving past, like I said, bro, like they're just harvesting the energy that you're leaving off. So it's like you have to comprehend how much like what's the word I want to use? How much first how ungrounded everyone is because people are too good to actually like go in nature and like figure themselves out. We're around a lot of posers and people are posing to be a certain thing and be a certain way. One of the things that I'm just coming on to is just like how much my house is like being like imprinted on, and people are implanting all these like magic and rituals, and like it was one time my ex-girlfriend or whatever, where I hope we get back together, like that's my friend, like even though I don't have a lot of friends. It looks like I'm uncomfortable. No, it's not that I'm uncomfortable. I'm just seeing like all the projections that you are at the same time, and it's like this flies like when people are so low in lower dimensions, they come back as like other beings that like people can come back as flies, people can come back as anything. So like as they're coming back as anything, you would think it's just a fly. It's actually somebody's scattered consciousness that can't come to you as a person, so it has to come to you in parts and pieces. What do they say about flies? They have 1,000 eyes because they see a lot of things, but they don't see anything cohesively and together. So like somebody like me, I have to do this this work as a shaman, as a life path 7, is something that I'm like learning to navigate because it's not easy. Like understanding that you're in the body, but you're having such an outer body experience that you have to like be able to like let go of, because like everybody's fighting this astral being, and what people don't understand is they're dressing the astral being up as to be me, so everybody hates me and calls me the devil. But not understanding the devil and God are just two polar opposites. They're just two aspects of yourself. So it's like you have morons who are telling people the world's about to end and all this shit and get right and repent. They do this every year. And they get people to give up who they are to like become this, well, fuck with Jesus. And like, Jesus is just one of the bodhisattvas. There's plenty, bro. People only say Jesus because that's the name, that's like the program. And it's like the water company for Earth. And it's like if you go off and you're like, I'm going off the reservoir and I'm building up my own light body and my own, like, I'm not going to run. I'm going to sit here and like, I'm going to take this attack. But if you go off and build your own light body up and become who you are, then it's like you have to like go without the Jesus entity, this Jesus, like, I don't know, whatever it is, this energy that these people do like spirits and like do rituals on and shit. But what I'm saying is you have to appreciate the journey of where you're going to understand what you are and what you've gone through. Like a lot of people still are under I'm not going to say I'm non-binary, no shit like that. I'm just whatever you need in that moment to grow. Like I always tell people that I'm a man. I know I'm a man. I got nuts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a man. But I'm like, I understand as a first house Pisces that like I've ascended past the need for not gender. Like I would never go into a woman's bathroom. I would never do none of that weird shit, like wear dresses and none of that. Like a lot of that shit is worth the MK Ultra gang stalk and weird shit. Like if you ever see me in a dress, it's not me. It's actually a clone or something that looks like me. But back to what I was saying. Like I said, I'm just channeling so much energy because there's been so much being projected on me. So before I actually go home to a house where I live, I gotta like throw all this energy out and ground myself, and at the same time do this as a service to humanity, because humanity has no direction right now. Humanity's direction is all over the place. Like nobody's on the path, and it's just like for the person that's on the path, it's just like how do you like teach other people how to be on a path? Like it's kind of too late for people to start like learning how to ground and getting the crystals down, because like we've already done that work. Like you're like 2 lifetimes behind, like being afraid to go in grass and thinking like you're somewhere you're not, bruh. No matter what your soul, whatever this thing is that's telling you what it's telling you, you have to be logical, bro. You have to think 3D. Even if you're so high up in other dimensions, you have to think 3 fucking D. Because if you're not thinking 3D, these people are going to take you on rides and on journeys that you're not. It's not you're not ready for, but you're not supposed to even like correlate with. And that's why I'm in nature. Like I have to be in nature. It's disgusting around me, bro. Like the shit that I go through, and it's like I really gotta call my woman, bro. Like if I'm going through this and this shit is like this, I'm pretty sure she wants to be around me, because I'm the only like sense of like I may not know a lot of street smart shit, but like when it comes to like common sense, I have a lot of it. When it comes to what else I want to say? When it comes to like the higher realms and that shit of understanding, like I have knowledge of it, but I still had that Gemini moon, which is that childlike spirit. So I have to entertain the idea of like the curiosity of like going through shit, but at the same time knowing that like a lot of this shit that people are saying and like says going on is just a group thing. It's just a hive mind coming together and just like saying and doing stuff. So it's like for me, it's like a lot of this shit that's going on in these higher realms and these higher like dimensions, it's really not going on. It's really just like trapped consciousness. It's like people's thoughts are caught in these like different illusionary like portals and places, and like it's like nobody has the wherewithal to say like, yo, like we're not going for this. I'm not standing for this. I'm not doing this. But everybody just wants to go along. Like a guy has told me at my occupation today, he was like, yo, man, it's Friday, man. Don't you want to leave early? Bro, I'm out the matrix, bro. Like, dates and calendars and all that shit doesn't matter to me anymore. Like, of course, Saturnian things that like gives me structure. I like I had to like cohorts with, but at the same time, bro, I don't care about a Friday. I live like every day's Friday. I'm free, bro. Like, and this is the same thing that they'll get Kanye to like, and certain people to say like, yo, I'm free. I'm this, that, and the third. Yes, but at the same time, I understand what reality actually is. So it's like, if I understand reality, there's no point in me like celebrating that Friday. What is this, a holiday? Nigga, people are still in chains and in bondage down this bitch. Like, how can I leave when none of us are free? Like, and I'm still being attacked with these cars driving past, so I still have to like, I'm multitasking like a motherfucker, bro. Like I'm like circulating energy. I'm doing all this stuff. Like I'm like closing off these portals that these people have been like opening up. And it's like it's not an easy job, bro. And it's like at the same time I'm having to restart, but the restart I took, I wasn't cutting my hair and going blonde and shit. I wasn't gonna do that. That would be me being an asshole doing some shit like that. Like, yeah, I'm about to listen to this shit. Like, nah. And this is the same guy who's going to be like an authority figure that's going to tell me I need to move my car, most likely. But because he knows that I have a hall pass of universal bullshit, he knows he can't really say. It's not that he can't say anything. It's just like I have the power of self. So because I have the power of self, I can like still utilize my own being and like actually dictate who I am, and not have reality be dictated for me. Because right now we're just at a place where it's just like all doors are open. It's just like, where do you go down Alice's Wonderland? Like, and I'm gonna get my woman back. I gotta call her immediately, bro. I gotta get this shit together, bro. Fuck what everybody else talking about, man. Like, I don't like this shit. Like, no, she needs to be with me. Like, this shit down here, bro. This shit, like, and that's why I say to you, bro, like, please understand, people have to ground. Like, if people aren't grounded, they're gonna like believe in the dog ass frequency, the dog ass reality, and then at the same time, since you're standing still in a space, it's like you're still driving because you're still in the ambiance of energy that you're either like directing or it's being directed for you. It's like being in the middle of traffic and not knowing that you're still like moving, because energy is constantly changing and evolving and not staying the same. That's why you don't see my hand movements, but I'm like at the same time I'm like directing how I want my energy to be interpreted. Like I'm still like in control. It is like it's not going to get easier because it's like 1,000 eyes on you at all times now. So it's like if you don't know it, bro, like you're never going to comprehend it. And as somebody like me, like it's almost like I'm on Broadway at all times, and it's just like I'm not scared, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not scared. And this is like supposedly like me being white gloved or black glove, where like you're dealing with the MIB or whatever these entities, these agents are that want to like take everything from you and make you start over. But like I said, bro, they're looking for me because I'm the one that's going to direct them. But at the same time, I'm such an asshole about it that they don't want to like reveal all the secrets to me yet. And this is going off a tangent of just channeling all the energy that's been around me all day because I haven't actually started doing the work. So it's like this is me doing a job. So like it's, bro, just keep going, man, and don't allow any ultimatums to like take you off your path, because it's hard out here, man. But just as long as you keep growing and expanding, you'll get to where you have to get to. Anu out.